Alright guys, what's going on? So, it's been a few days and decided to pull out the camera to give you guys some updates on how I'm doing. Recently monetized my channel. I don't expect for it to, be making me a lot of money or anything, but anything helps when you're trying to compete abroad in the future. So that's the main goal, just make a little extra something on the side. But anyway, so today was heavy squats and light deadlifts. We just did a quick triple with 405 here. Did some other warm-ups before this, 315 for a few pauses, 225 for about 8 or 9. And the initial goal today was to work up to 500 for a triple. That was the goal. But I realized on this set right here, 455 for a triple, that something was just off. Didn't really know what was off, but I wasn't feeling it today. Didn't really have any problems with my squats though. Just mentally, I didn't really have anybody there, like, hey, you got it, throw another rep in there or anything. So actually after 455, I actually wanted to quit. To be honest with you guys, I wanted to stop there and go back down to 405 and just get a few reps in, but decided to push on to 475 and just, get the triple like I planned for this too, and to see what would happen, just to push myself a little bit. It wasn't really hurting, it just something just felt off. I wasn't in my groove. But by the time I got to about my second or third rep with 475 here, I kind of realized what my problem was. But I didn't know if it was just that set or if I just, tweaked something. But it was kind of a hip issue. My hips were feeling really tight, I guess you could say. Not really tight, but something just felt off. Like, I really don't even know how to explain it. But I decided to push on anyway, just to throw 500 on there to see what happens. I wasn't really worried about, if I bottom out, so what would happen. I didn't want to walk out of that gym without at least throwing it on there and at least hitting it once. So I take it for a ride, load it up, and we see how it goes. It was a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be, just for what I did. But like I said, I couldn't walk out of the gym and not try, So that was my point. Giving you guys a little view of my pre-squat ritual here. This is when I do my editing, I have to cut all of this extra stuff out. If not, the video would be like 10 minutes long and it'd be mostly just me dancing under the bar. The reason why I was dancing so long under the bar today was because, well, the rack height was just too high. And yeah, there's only the two other racks besides this one, and they were taken at the time, which is weird because it was around like 1 a.m. when I was in the gym. But anyway, so that 500 for one was a grinder. I actually probably could have got it for 2 at least if somebody was, on me about it to hit it again, but I didn't really want to push it, so my hip was starting to feel weird. And a lot of people also will have like problems with their hip when they're squatting, and it doesn't really stop you from squatting. I don't know, it's weird. It's kind of the dumbest thing ever, but I've seen other people have the same issue. Like, their hip will feel weird, but they can still squat. But when it's time to deadlift, you really feel it. So I was doing deficits with 225 here, and it just wasn't working. Like, I was like, this hurts. It was easy to do the pulls. It wasn't the weight that was an issue. As you can see, the weight flies up. Even here, it's like it's not an issue, but my hip just was like, it hurt. I don't know what the problem was, but it was not doing it for me today. Try to push through it and, just do a few sets with 225, see if that would loosen it up. It just kind of annoyed me, kind of discouraged me a little bit. So I decided to throw the deficits out and just attempt a regular pull. Maybe that was, see if that would maybe help. But since I wouldn't be going as deep with the pull, and once again, the weight wasn't an issue. You're gonna see the weight pretty much flies up here. And it's only 315. There's nothing I haven't done 1,000 times. But as you can see, I stopped at 1 rep. I was gonna do triples with my, speed work tonight. So it's supposed to be just all triples, with lightweight, just to get some reps in. But one rep, and I was like, no, I just don't want to keep doing it. So I decided to pull conventional to see how that would go. And same thing. It didn't hurt as bad, but it still was just not doing it for me. So I said, screw it, throw the straps on. Let's get a triple in with the pain and see how it goes. And as you can see right there, I almost dropped it and just said screw it and stopped. But I pushed on and just said, okay, I can get 3 here. So, I mean, normally I tell people, if something hurts, just go home. And that was kind of my plan. I was just going to go home. But at this point, I realized, it's not going to get better. So, taking a little time off for a few days. Got a bench competition on Tuesday. So, going to see how that goes. And then I'll hit the gym hard again after that.